Have you ever noticed the stories your mind tells you? They can appear at any time, whispering about what someone should or shouldn't do, what you are not good enough to achieve. These are just thoughts, my dear, nothing more. We all have them. They are like clouds passing in the sky of your mind. Sometimes a thought comes along that causes a storm inside us. It might be a story like, "My brother doesn't respect me, I will never succeed at my job." When we believe these stories without questioning them, we can feel a great deal of pain, sadness, or anger. We suffer not because of what is happening in the world, but because of what we are believing about what is happening. This is a very important distinction to make. It is human to get lost in these stressful thoughts. We attach to them so tightly that they feel like the absolute truth. The way to freedom is through 4 simple questions. This is the work. It is a way of looking at a stressful thought and dismantling it with gentle inquiry. First, capture the thought on paper. Write down the stressful story that is causing you pain. For example, "My partner doesn't listen to me." It is important to be clear and specific. Once you have your statement, you are ready to apply the 4 questions. The first question is it true? This is a simple, direct question. Can you absolutely know that it's true that your partner doesn't listen to you? Be still and listen for the answer that arises from within. It might be a yes, it might be a no. There is no right answer, there is only your answer. The second question is, can you absolutely know that it's true? This question invites you to go even deeper. But can you be absolutely certain, without a shadow of a doubt, that you know what is happening inside another person's mind? Again, simply be still and let the answer emerge from your own inner wisdom. Now we move to the third question. How do you react? What happens when you believe that thought? When you believe the thought, "My partner doesn't listen to me," how do you treat them? How do you treat yourself? Do you feel anger, resentment, or loneliness? Do you withdraw or become critical? This question helps you see the cause and effect relationship between the thought and your suffering. The final question is, who would you be without the thought? Close your eyes and imagine yourself in the presence of your partner, but without the story, "My partner doesn't listen to me." What would your experience be like? What would you see if you weren't looking through the lens of that belief? You might see a person who is tired, stressed, or simply lost in their own thoughts. Without your story, you might feel more present, more loving, more connected. This question opens a window to a reality that is kinder and more peaceful, a reality that is always available to you when you are not at war with what is. This is the freedom that inquiry offers. After you have sat with the 4 questions, you are ready for the next step, which we call the turnaround. The turnaround is an opportunity to experience the opposite of your original statement and see if it is as true or truer than your original stressful thought. Let's take our statement, "My partner doesn't listen to me." The most direct turnaround would be, "My partner does listen to me." Now find 3 specific, genuine examples of how this turnaround is true. Perhaps they listened when you talked about your day or when you mentioned a movie you wanted to see. Another powerful turnaround is to turn the statement round to the self. The original statement is, "My partner doesn't listen to me." Turn to the self, it becomes, "I don't listen to myself." Sit with this. Is it true? When you are busy believing the story about your partner, are you listening to your own inner needs? A third way to explore the turnaround is to turn the statement to the other person. So it becomes, "I don't listen to my partner." When you are busy running the story that they aren't listening, are you truly listening to them? Or are you just waiting for your turn to speak, to prove your point? Find specific examples of when you have been lost in your own thoughts while they were talking. When you see that "my partner does listen to me," "I don't listen to myself," and "I don't listen to my partner" can all be true. The original statement loses its power to cause you pain. It is no longer a weapon to use against another or yourself. It is just one perspective among many, and you are free to choose the one that brings you peace. This practice of gentle inquiry is something you can turn to anytime you feel a flicker of stress, sadness, or frustration. The thoughts will come. They are not the problem. The suffering begins only when we attach to them and believe them to be the ultimate truth. The 4 questions and the turnaround are your tools to lovingly meet these thoughts and free yourself from their grip. It is a practice, like learning to play an instrument. At first, it might feel mechanical, but with time and an open heart, it becomes a natural way of meeting your own mind. It is your own love for truth that will guide you through the process moment by moment. Remember to be kind and patient with yourself. There are no right or wrong answers in this work. Your only job is to ask the questions and listen with an open mind for the answers that arise from your own deep wisdom. Don't rush. Let the answers come in their own time. Sometimes the truth reveals itself in a flash of insight, and other times it unfolds slowly like a flower opening to the sun. The answers are already within you, waiting beneath the surface of the stressful stories. Your willingness to question your thoughts is the key that unlocks the door to your own inner peace, a peace that has always been there. I invite you to try it. The next time you feel upset, notice the thought that is present in that moment. Write it down. For example, my children should be more grateful. Then ask the 4 questions. Is it true? Can you absolutely know that it's true? How do you react when you believe that thought? Who would you be without it? Then find the turnarounds. My children should not be more grateful. I should be more grateful. I should be more grateful to my children. Find your examples. See what happens. Notice if you feel a shift, a sense of lightness, freedom. This is the work of ending your own suffering one thought at a time. It is a return to your true nature, which is peace, love, and joy. Welcome home, my dear. Welcome to the freedom of a mind that is no longer at war with itself. It is a beautiful and peaceful place to be.